Well, hello everyone. This is Raquel, and it is Saturday, February 25th in 2023. And it has definitely been a very, very interesting couple of weeks since the last activation. Many of you have felt profound changes at your core, and many are really noticing things coming up in their reality, in their daily lives that are triggering their, dare I say, ego, um, and really bringing to the surface things that still need to be resolved. The energy that is coming onto the planet right now, and will continue from this day forward, will be even more profound with each passing day. We are coming up, we're about 3 weeks, a little under a month from the equinox. And the equinox, I believe, is going to be a real humdinger as we move further into this beautiful ascension and bifurcation that is happening. Many of you are feeling the differences in the way that you respond and are being, for the most part, often challenged to really walk the talk. This time right now is really putting some final tests into place as we continue to come into further and further and further alignment. And for most, it's really interesting because our definitions of what alignment are, our definitions of what the ego is, our definitions of our identities are all getting um, refined. Maybe that's the word, as we continue this journey. And it's really interesting to watch other players, of course, your family, your coworkers, how the world is really responding. And then, of course, we have the world stage that will continue to reflect the changes that are happening in the quantum. And as I was sitting in preparation for today, the thing that kept coming to mind was um, all the beautiful home renovation, HGTV type of programs where when they gut the house to take it down to the studs, how disorienting it can be, how strange it could be. It's definitely not something we want to live in. It's definitely something that isn't the pretty that we're looking for, but it's all necessary. And that's such a beautiful metaphor for what is happening as we continue to unravel from the old magnetics, the old state of being, the old playing field. It will continue to get messy as we continue to bulldoze, if you will, down to foundations. All of our systems, all of the infrastructure, everything that has created this reality. And then again, I was shown the beauty at the end, right? There's always, once we start to get to a point of rebuilding, which I can barely see the beginning of, little teeny bits and pieces of the new starting to anchor. But we're still very much in the take down to the bare bones studs foundation levels. And so just keep that in mind. You cannot build the new with the old structure still intact. All of the magnetics, all of the infrastructure, all of the things that make our reality what it is within the binary will continue to come apart. And it is the beauty of knowing this, of having the higher understanding, of being the one who is helping to make the bridge to the new reality, being first. Um, I was watching another movie a couple weeks ago, and it's a line out of Moneyball, where it's like the first ones through always seem to get a little beaten up. That's not what he said, but that's true. We are really forging the pathway, and as leaders, sometimes it can feel really bumpy. It can feel overwhelming. But I want you to hopefully keep the metaphor of a beautiful decorating show to inspire you, to keep you knowing that, of course, we have to take it down to bring in all the new that can really shine, that can really be on a brand new foundation. And so, as we continue to see so many changes in the outer world, and including even weather, California, Southern California getting snow, something you don't see every year. So there's lots of different ways to look at this, and it's all beautiful if you can keep it from a higher perspective. And just know that your body is definitely feeling this on all levels. Your psyche is feeling this on all levels, and so is everyone else's, whether they are aware or not. And so it is with that knowing that we can walk through this and really hold the fields to assist with as many around us as possible, but to really understand and be the change. And that is anchoring it and walking our talk and holding that energy field and understanding that we are the ones that are walking through to build the bridges, to build the tunnels into the new age. And so I just really wanted to reiterate that as we continue on this beautiful path. There has been a lot of movement in the quantum again, massive, massive shifts happening. And we are unraveling and anchoring at the quantum levels at a pretty profound rate right now. And so I suspect it will start showing up even quicker and quicker and quicker in our daily realities. Some of us, well, each of us has our own unique place within the mission, if you will, if you want to call it that, in the change that is coming. And just know that we are not alone, although, as I've said many times before, it's an individual inside job, but it is a collective ascension. And so we're all in this together. Whew, take a nice deep breath with that and just let that sink in as we know that more and more and more of the high heart continues to open. More and more of the heart and the high heart connection between the fourth and the eighth continues to bridge. And with that heart opening, we continue to be able to and give an opportunity to really open up our hearts to brand new levels. Levels that we have never opened our hearts before because it was never safe to do so. And so as we go through the next couple of weeks, just keep that in mind. And as I've always said, keep your hand on your high heart. Keep that tactile connection because that is the GPS. That is where all of the wisdom, all of the knowing, all of the higher intelligence, and your connection to source comes from. It's not the head, it's the heart.